Well, well, well. Some of y'all are actually awake. Starting soon, guys. Starting soon. Boom. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. How are you? Make sure y'all can hear me. All right. What's going on, y'all? What are y'all doing up? Seriously, what are y'all doing up first? I always have to make this announcement every so often, guys. Rumors of my death have been greatly exaggerated. I am still here. I know y'all haven't seen me in a while. If you all paid attention to the last video, did y'all watch the last video? Did you? Did you really watch it? It was on Hoodoo. What was it? Hoodoo Holiday Love and Money Spells. But anyway, made an announcement. Man, let me tell y'all something. There was a new addition to the Hoodoo family, and I was there for it. I like to show up and be present for stuff. Yeah, we got a new addition to our family. Another person in the house, another little person made her debut on Friday. So now I got my nephew here, got a niece here. I just don't know. So I have not gotten any sleep in I don't know. Watch how many days? What 5 days? Something like that. 5 days. Something like that. Y'all, 4 days. I don't know. How y'all do stuff like this full time? The world will never know. The world will never know. When I tell you the babies, they're little tyrants. They are little tyrants. You hear me? It's like just feed me, hold me, put me down. I'm hot. I'm cold. And then all anybody could ever say is they're a blessing. Yes, they are. Absolutely, they are a blessing. They are a blessing. I am extremely tired. But anyway, let's go. Let's see what's going on here. Who all we got here? Do a little roll call. Empress, the Queen of Wands Tarot, what's going on? I didn't even see if you dropped a new video yet. Y'all definitely go check out Empress, the Queen of Wands Tarot. What's up, Unique? Oh, Empress, thank you for being a channel member. What's up, Unique? Kenny K, what's going on? Thank you for being a channel member. What's up, Denise? Denise, I just got woken up. Sorry, sorry. Hey, what's up, RJ? How are you? Serenity Breeze Tarot, how's it going? Samantha Mitchell says, I was just thinking about you, Prophet. Crazy. I know, right? Did we just become best friends? Did we just become best friends? Candid Cosmos with Jenny. What's going on? Ever. I'm just kidding. What's up, Eve? How are you? What up, Pure Magic Tarot? Pure Magic Tarot says, hey, Prophet, I love when I catch you live. I love when y'all catch me live too. I do. What up, Wancha? How is it? Mr. Cut You Off. Listen, every time I read your name, Mr. Cut You Off, I'm thinking either we just had a horrible interaction in traffic or or Mr. Cut like, man, it ain't nothing for me to gonna change the number and block somebody. It ain't nothing. Well, Serenity, what a caramel popcorn. Oh, wait, Serenity, did I already speak to you? Yep, I did. Or if I didn't, what's up, Serenity Breeze Tarot? I think I did. Caramel popcorn. Caramel popcorn say, y'all, I think I'm psychic. I literally just said, damn, where's Prophet been? And I open YouTube and he's starting live right. Meow. What's up, Caramel? The Empress says she been parenting too. Lord have mercy. Jay Blue, what's going on? How are you? Look, Eve said she's gonna rule you like no other. Let me tell you something. It's already happening. It's already happening. It is already happening, y'all. Denise, what's going on? Thank you for being a channel member. Jay, I forgot to tell you, thank you for being a channel member as well. What's up, Denise? How are you? Whew, Lord have mercy. What's up, Kathy? All right, y'all. Listen, the holidays are upon us. They are upon us. I let that sit too long. So I made some iced coffee. I'm so tired. I'm at the point now of exhaustion where it's like and I know a lot of y'all have reached this point of exhaustion where caffeine don't do nothing but make you yawn. Caffeine don't do nothing but make you yawn. Y'all ever get to that point where you are so tired, you've been running so much that your next shot of caffeine, you be like, "Hmm." That's where I am. But a lot of you who are waiting on orders, guess what? Y'all got your notifications. Um check your emails. All right. And guys, let me clear something up about my webinars, my pre-recorded webinars that you order from my site, because I've been getting a couple of messages. And so I'm thinking people aren't noticing exactly what goes on. When you order or when you purchase a pre-recorded webinar from my site, it will give you the link that says download link. Okay, the webinar is now yours. You have just bought it. So when you click that link, it will download the video to whatever device you have clicked the link on, be it a phone, a tablet, a computer, what have you. Every link is limited to 3 downloads, not viewings. You are not streaming from my website. Because I think some people kind of got that part confused. Because, like I said, I've gotten a few messages here lately. And so you're not streaming it from my site. It's not a Hoodoo Netflix. Note to self, Hoodoo Netflix. Yeah, you're not streaming it from my site. So you're not limited to the number of views. You're limited to the number of downloads. Okay. So you can download it to your phone, your tablet, and and your computer and watch it an infinite number of times, but you're limited to how many times you can. Okay? Clear that up. Cleared that up. So, anyway, No, it wasn't no, it was no, it was my phone. Or as the old folks say, my foam. My foam. What else I wanna mention, y'all? Y'all, I promise this is not a commercial stream. I missed y'all. If Imma be honest, can I be honest with y'all? Yeah, come on, come on, let's all bring it in. Let's all bring it in. Kumbaya, alright? I missed y'all. I missed the Broken Army, I did. I was like, "You know what? It's so much going on." And, y'all look out for me, and I seriously miss y'all. I miss talking to y'all. You know, my class, they were so patient. You know, my weekly Hoodoo class, I'm stumbling and stammering over. Folks gonna be like, "Prophet drinking again." I promise you, I am not. Not that I did not consider it, but I have not. And normally we meet on Thursday. Something came up on Thursday. I was like, "Hey guys, I'm gonna have to postpone until tomorrow," which was Friday, this past Friday, right? And they were like, "Hey, no problem." They were so understanding. And then Friday, here come the dang on baby. And I'm like, you know what? These folks gonna cut me off. Why don't you? Yo, why don't you? Thank you so much. Why don't you just bust up in here with a $50 super chat? Why don't you? Thank you for your support, family. I really appreciate it. You know this gonna go to this baby. You know it's gonna go to this baby. Y'all know folks gonna be like, Prophet, you know that's your baby. Y'all, if it was my baby, I'd tell y'all. Y'all not come up here and be like, "Y'all, look at my baby." That shit is my it's got this baby got my blood in it. So, you know she's beautiful. Like my nephew, doggone handsome, ruggedly handsome already. Already ruggedly handsome. Matter of fact, me and my nephew went out the other day because I had to go to Walmart. He had his little baby gray sweats on. I had on my gray sweats. Boy, we were leading them around Walmart. They was following us around. I was like, well, yeah, y'all need to stop. Y'all need to stop. But listen, this gonna be horrible, but it's true. It's true. Y'all know it's true. Why is it that a dude can walk around with a baby and women be like, oh, like y'all get drawn to it? A woman can walk around with a couple of kids and dudes be like, It's like to some dudes, it's like repellent. Like, we built different. We are built different. Y'all notice that though? Am I the only one that noticed that? I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it was like with me, you know, because I mean I grew up in Atlanta. I mean it's hard. It is hard to find a woman with no kids. So you just get used to it. Hey, hey there. But yeah, you walk around. What up, Nate? Nate, good morning. Over there, where you at? you know, but a dude, and the funny thing is, I had never had to worry about my nephew because, whatever I didn't know, I found that a woman will walk up and help me out, because let me tell you what my biggest problem is with him. I know that this is a hoodoo channel. We're gonna get to some hoodoo. My biggest problem with him is getting a shirt on him. Socks, no problem. All right. Shoes, I don't know, because he kind of want to do that with the toes. And I'm like, man, stretch them out, but I still get them on. Pants, no problem. Pull up, no problem. But shirts is like, I don't even, man, getting shirts on the dude. And then he has this thing where he doesn't like his face covered. So you gotta stretch the neck hole out far and then try to like took it on him real fast. And then he like doing this number like, why? And then you like, give me a little hand, and he's like doggone trying to vogue, You like, dude, I don't know, I don't know, but you know what? There's always a lady coming. Come here, come here. Don't you stop. I'm gonna take this baby from you, and I'm gonna be like, look, and then I'm always saying the same thing. You'll give him right back. I remember one time I went. I forgot what store it was, and this lady's like, "Oh, how old is he?" I'm like, "Oh, he's almost 2, almost 2." And she was like, "So is mine. We should have a play date. You can come over and help me babysit." I'm like, "Wait a minute, you? Is you?" Oh, man, I got on these gray sweats. Dang, damn it. No, I'm just I'm just kidding. But no, what was I saying? Alright, not making this a commercial stream. And y'all feel free to ask y'all's hoodoo questions. I feel like the caffeine is starting to kick in. I could still go right to sleep though. Anybody who's ever had a lot of caffeine, y'all know you can go right to sleep. If you're really tired, you can go right to sleep. You're awake, you're alert, you even a little like y'all see how I'm doggone kind of wired. But let my head hit a pillow, I'm gone. I'm gone. I'm gonna play some Call of Duty tonight just so I feel like I've accomplished something. But let me show y'all what I've got going on here now. Y'all liked y'all like kits. This is what I found. Y'all like kits. And I'm not talking about the big one. I know I got a couple of y'all that's gonna get some big kits in the mail in the next day or so. Everybody else should be out already. Um, or you should have got your email. But the big kits that we're holding are going out in the next day or so. But smaller kids. I tell y'all what I've got because I sent out a couple as testers. Kind of putting some small stuff together, right? So this is what I've got here. I came up with little bag kits. Now y'all know I already had the little ones, and these are like kind of mini mojo bags. This one I think is yeah, this is a come to me slash love one. It comes with oil and it comes with your little prayer bag already stitched up and ready to roll. Okay. And I'll be adding these to the sites. But I say, you know what? Let's expand on it a little bit. Let's do a little more with it. Let's do a little more with it. So I came up with the full-on bag kit. Now, in this bag kit, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show y'all what y'all get with this thing. You get some instructions on how to do this. Get some instructions. Okay. You get a herb that needs to go in it. Now you get a root and a stone to go in it. Now see, somebody help me with the stone. I didn't. Y'all know how I feel about stones and stuff. Somebody help me with that. But the root stuff, I got you. Okay. You get a little charm. You get the bag itself. What up, Nova? You get the bag itself. The bag itself. Inside is an oil and a powder. And lastly, you get a seal. The instructions tell you how to put all that together to make your own little kind of mojo bag for different things. And this is a protection kit. And I've got love, luck, money. Yeah, I got a little bit of everything in there. Got you a little bit of everything. Oh yeah, RJ. All right, okay, RJ. We can. What's that? What's the word? I'm so tired. I don't even know what the word is. Bird is the word. And even yeah, y'all can tell I'm doggone sleepy. I can tell I'm sleepy. But yeah, that's what we got. Like I said, it comes with what you call it, instructions. Comes with instructions. And y'all know we gonna do a no, not barter, collab, something like that. I think that was kind of the word. We can collab with this. Okay. Cooperate. But anyway, all right, y'all. So yeah, I've got a few. Now, This one right here. Now, this is the closest because y'all know I do not do the gimmick. I don't do gimmicks. I don't. The closest to a gimmick I do is Hoodoo Homes, you know, but for the most part, man, I remember when Hoodoo was something different than what it is out here now. And that's what I'm trying to get us back to. I'm gonna tell y'all a story about that too. I sure am. But this is cuffing season. Y'all know it's cuffing season. Y'all know it is cuffing season. And with cuffing season comes a flood of requests for love spells. And then some of y'all will tell me stories. And I'm sitting here like, you do not need a love spell. You need therapy. You need Dr. Phil. Okay. And then I tell y'all that y'all get mad. Like, come on now. If you've been chasing the same dude for 5 years, just go on. Man, go on with your life. What you been doing? So here we go, y'all. This is what we got. Uh-oh, somebody about to get timed out. I need to read the comments. But shoot, hey, if you got a mind, ooh, Mr. Cut y'all about to get listen, Mr. Cut y'all, bro. You about to get gunned down now. All right, so here we go, y'all. The closest thing. Here we go. The closest thing I've got to a gimmick. Closest thing I've got to a gimmick is instead of a love spell, I got forget him and forget her oil. Rub it on your temples before bed, and eventually it's like who? Who? Let me see what's going on. Let me see what read this. Oh, I see where you were going, Mr. Cutjaw. Well, I know who RJ is. That's not promo. No, babe. Hey, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. But no, I know who RJ is. I appreciate you though. And Denise, I appreciate you. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So forget him and forget her oil. And see, the reason I thought about that is for a lot of folks, it's not necessarily about um wanting the person back for love reasons. For a lot of these folks, it's about wanting the routine back. I know people who are in horrible situations but won't leave because they want a title or I mean, and it's terrible. It's terrible. People want the routine. It's like when somebody quit smoking, right? When somebody quit smoking, they will have quit long enough for the nicotine to have left their system. But they're like riding around like, what do I do with my hands now? I'm used to doing this, I'm used to doing that. They just have, that's what they're used to. So, oh, who hit me with the now, see, okay. This is I have no idea which one this is because I have two people with this name who hit me with it, but I'm just gonna say, Kai, thank you for the cash app. That was amazing. I appreciate your support. I do. I know two Kais, so that's part of the problem. It's you, Wancha. Thank you, Wancha. Because I'm like, because once remember, I fussed at somebody else thinking it was you. I said, I know two people with that name. And I'm like, hey, I don't fussed at two. I don't fuss this person. This person, like, what the hell I do to profit? And turned out nothing. I thought I was fussing at you because they asked me something that I know you should know about Hoodoo, right? They asked me something about Hoodoo that I know you should know. Mr. Cut you off, chill out. Chill out. You know what? Sonny, do me a favor. Time him out for just a few minutes. He too hype right now. Time him out for a little bit. I appreciate support everywhere. That's why I just heard like a million birds just now. I just heard like a million birds. But anyway, so yeah, somebody. I thought it was Wancha. Turns out it wasn't Wancha. But make sure that was just a timeout. Sonny, it's a timeout. 'Cause Sonny, Sonny will be like, you gone. Boop, 5 minutes. Okay, cool. All right. So yeah, I mean, I've seen people in horrible situations, horrible. And I'm like, just get out of it. And they're like, no, I just kind of like being a wife. And I'm like, but you on the side. He got a girlfriend with you, his wife, on the side. But some folks, I'm like, so I'm like, just you know what? Let's distribute some forget him or forget her oil, and literally all you do is massage the temple. And I think I'm going to do. I think what I'm going to do. I am going to some before somebody asks me for a love spell from here on out. You either got to get some forget him or forget her oil. Use it as directed, and then come back in about a week. Come back in about a week. See, if that's what you want to do. What's up, Jerry? Jerry, thank you for being a channel member. So what y'all think about that? What do y'all think about that? Like, hey, you got to go through that first. All right, hoodoo questions. Let's roll. We've been at the look. Y'all been listening to me ramble for like 30 minutes. Hoodoo questions. What we got? All right, let's forget the nonsense. Look, y'all know I'm so tired. Normally, I like put the camera down and look, it's my little vapor nose thing. Y'all know I put the camera down because I don't want y'all to see me. Now I'm just man, I'm sleepy. Okay. All right. Here we go. Here we go. J&J Empire. J&J Empire says, Prophet, I have a question, man. I recently got a CDL trying to get my life together, and companies won't hire me because of a pending charge. What should I do? Okay. This is what you do. All right. This is what you do. First and foremost, before you even submit your application, because you know you got that pending charge. You know, listen. You know. So here's what you do. The next application, I want you to get you a mirror about the size of a deck of cards. Hold on, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you what I mean. Hold on. How do I boop? There we go. All right, J and J. So get a mirror like this. Okay, put it on the floor. Stand over it. Left foot on one side, right foot on the other side of the mirror. Right. Get you something dark, like a sheet. Drape it over yourself, and then fill out the application. All right. When you are done, when you are done, okay, get you a little bit of, say, calamus or licorice root, burn it, pass the application, okay, over like through the smoke, recite the 23rd Psalm, recite Isaiah 55:11, and then turn it in. All right, you'll get the job then. But in the meantime, you might want to do some, with that pending charge. Okay, do some of that pending charge. There's quite a few ways to get that done, but I think I gave you something that's pretty effective. All right, especially if you're like beginning in this. All right, Wancha says, "How do you effectively use Doom powder?" Oh, there's quite a few ways, Wancha. Doom powder is, if anybody who's not familiar, Doom is Dume, which is death unto mine enemies. It is probably one step, and it's a small step below goofer dust. Okay. It'll send you to that upper room. The upper room with Jesus. The upper room. So, I mean, there's a few ways that you can use Doom. Um, for instance, you can, oh man, burn a picture of a target to ash, mix Doom powder with it, and then put it in, like, say, a little pill bottle, or something the same type bottle that the powder came in, and then constantly shake it. All right. If see, Doom powder works well because it works with a person's natural tendency. So you have to know this to formulate a plan on working with them. Like, if I know that you're a hypochondriac, like you're the person that's always sick, then I'm gonna burn your picture to ash. All right. I'm going to mix that with some hospital dirt, and then mix that with some Doom powder. So you one of them hypochondriacs. You always think you sick. You always think you sick. So guess what? You about to be sick. It's gonna be a self-fulfilling prophecy. Okay. There's a bunch of different ways you can put a little Doom powder in a person's foot track. You can take up a person's foot track and mix it with the Doom powder. So, it's a couple of ways. Couple of ways. Play around with those though. Or just message me. Jay Blue says, since we are on the topic of love spells, is there such a thing as putting too many on a person? Um, there is. There is. The reason being, we all have a spiritual alarm system. We all know if we're being worked. Even if we don't believe in it, there's something in us that kind of like, something ain't right. I don't know what it is, but something ain't right. You just feel off. You feel thrown off. And a lot of times you can tell if you're being worked if, it's like everything's just kind of dull. Like if you were wearing a thick rubber suit, it's like the wind is blowing, but is it really? You're not really asleep, but you're not awake either. You just kind of like just going through the motions all day. That's usually, a good sign somebody trying to put the whammy on you. And I shudder to say these things because we were talking about hypochondriacs just then. We live in a world with there are spiritual hypochondriacs. Everybody thinks somebody working on them now, simply because y'all done read some books, watch some blogs, watch some videos, by yours truly, the global icon and the national treasure. And everyone thinks somebody's working on them when that is simply not the case. The spiritual community as a part of the global community is quite small. And inside the spiritual community, just because people say they're doing work does not mean they are doing work. What effectively? Okay. I can sing all day long. That don't mean I'm singing well. All right. People go in the kitchen all the time and they're going through the motions. They're pulling ingredients, they turn on ovens, they putting stuff in, but ain't nothing edible coming out. Just because somebody follows the motions of a working does not mean that they're actually doing effective work. Because I had a brother come to me the other day. who was, saying that his lady is like in Facebook groups. Never go on Facebook groups. Never go on Reddit groups unless you want to laugh. And the thing is that he's like, yeah, I see her doing this, doing that. I'm like, well, do you feel worked on? Not really, because just because she's going through the motion doesn't mean she's effectively working. All right. So with that being said, you can't, putting a bunch of work on somebody doesn't mean that you're actually adding to it because you could not be doing much. But on the flip side, let's just say you know what you're doing, you're highly skilled, you're working, your work yields results. Um, no, you're not gonna well dang, because the thing is that's not all the way true because I have bricked somebody before. If you don't know what bricking is, bricking, have you ever seen people try to jailbreak a cell phone and they mess something up and the phone don't work no more? Well, you can do that with a person with too many of the wrong type of workings. Lady gonna come to me talking about, well, we back together, but he said he don't want to ever have sex again, and he just turned his life over to. I'm like, oh man, I bricked him. So yeah, you know what, Jay Blue, yeah, you can put too many workings on a person. You can't put too many workings on a person. I'll just leave it at that. Most people can't because most people, are just kind of going through the motions. But yeah, you can. I think for most people, it's it's more like an internal thing. Like y'all need to just chill and be patient. A lot of people will get impatient, so they'll do another working. Then they'll get impatient, do another working. And then y'all go through the magical psycho spiritual um rabbit hole of YouTube, and then you'll see a working that looks cool and you'll do it just for the F of it. So, oh man, musical mood ring. Thank you for being a channel member, and thank you for being a channel member for 9 months. And also, thank you for that super chat. Musical Mood Ring says, just saying thanks for sharing the knowledge. As always, thank you for receiving it. I do appreciate it. So yeah, you can do a little bit too much with the workings. I almost said magic. Empress, what I say? What I do? Why I had to put the coffee down? Once the doom pad on someone that hurt the one you care about when they were a child. Yeah, you can definitely do it. What's up, Ebony? Thank you for being a channel member. I appreciate that. I was singing the upper room. Lawandia, what's going on? How are you? All right, so let's go on. Let's go on down the line. All right, Serenity Breeze Tarot said, "What's the hoodoo way for a cord cutting? You mean for a cut and clear? Serenity, is that what you're talking about? Um, I assume you're from another tradition. If you are, welcome, welcome. Pull up a chair. Pull up a chair. Somebody hand Serenity a red solo cup. Come on, come on around. But cord cutting. What do you mean by cord cutting? And then I'll be sure and help you out. Or say if you don't have a picture, write down the name. Write down the name. On this says how to break generational curse, how to find out who did it. Well, first thing, never assume you have a generational curse. I talked about this a few videos ago. Never assume you are under a generational curse because most of the time, to be honest, people aren't. Usually it is just, people passing down bad habits and bad behaviors through generations. It's not a generational curse. I mean, if it is just passing down bad habits and bad behaviors, great granddaddy was a drunk and granddaddy was raised in the same house with him. So he became a drunk because he thought alcohol was cool. And then daddy saw a granddaddy and great granddaddy, and he said, well, bump it. Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. I'm about to drink too. And then he became a drunk. It's not a generational curse. It is just a bunch of bad behaviors being passed down the line. And a road opening will do that. A road opening will clear that away. All right. So I'm going to answer Serenity's question. I'm assuming that they mean not a road opening. I'm assuming that they mean a cut and clear. Now, the purpose for a cut and clear is just like that forget her and forget him oil. See, a lot of see, listen, people can get into your systems like a virus, like the flu bug, you know, and y'all break up and you think you fine, and y'all know what happens. It always happens, right? It always happens. Some of y'all don't take your medicine. Y'all know it's a step-by-step process, just like when the doctor gives you antibiotics, what does it always say? Even if you start feeling better, take it until it's done, because they don't want it popping back up like, "Ha ha, flu." But y'all know relationships, when they end, it's a step. I need to cleanse my surroundings of everything you may have left around. I need to cleanse I'm not even gonna listen to any type of music we listen to. I'm not going any places we went to. I'm not looking at your social media. If you don't follow these steps, one of these days you're gonna be on Insta scam or TikToxic, and there they are. And next thing you know, instead of flu bug, it's like that helper. And next thing you know, they all you look, you full blown again. You full blown again. So in Hoodoo, we do a cut and clear to sever those ties. Because when we do connect with someone, I don't believe in twin flames. I do not believe in soulmates. I do not believe in soul ties. But I do know that spiritually you can form a connection with someone, and that connection can be so deep that that you can literally feel the distance. Like say if you're in Atlanta and they're like in South Georgia, and whenever they're driving back home, you can feel that distance and you feel it stretching. It hurts. Someone gets on a plane and flies away, and you feel the distance, right? Y'all felt it. So what we do is we cut that cord. We cut it and then we clear it away. And that's why it's a two-part process. You got to clear it away. You can't just cut it. Because if you don't and not clear it, because unlike the umbilical cord, snatch back on you. So here's what you do. Normally, we will take a knife, as otherwise affectionately known as Bethlehem. Okay. You will plunge it into some salt, pray the 23rd Psalms, take it out of the salt, and then you will make cutting motions around yourself. Okay. Around yourself. Make sure you cut around the head. Make sure you cut around the heart. Make sure you cut around the genitals, because y'all know sometimes that holds you to a person. You cut around the feet. Okay, make sure you get the hands. You want to sever the mental ties. You want to sever the emotional ties. You want to sever the sexual ties, and you want to sever around the feet to keep you from walking back towards that person. When they're like, "Baby, I done changed." The ladies, y'all be falling for that. You want to sever all those ties. Once that is done, you take those same set of scissors, you walk them outside and you drive them into the ground. You ground that energy. So when they start sending out their little feelers, trying to feel where you at, trying to send you a hey big head text, okay, it's gonna hit that, it's not gonna hit you. All right, it's kind of like a lightning rod. The purpose of a lightning rod is that lightning hits the lightning rod and it doesn't hit your house and catch you on fire. Okay, so there you go. So that is how we do a cut and clear. All right. D. Riley says, "My son always think negatively. How can you help him to look on life positively? Put a picture of him into a jar of sugar and burn a yellow candle next to it. That helps, trust me." Jeton Gooden says, "Why do we do work when our ancestors are constantly loving on us and lifting us up?" Because somebody can love on you and lift you up, but you're still going through things in life. See, our ancestors, I mean, when they were living, if you had people around you that, they transitioned over, but they were with you in life. So Big Mama, will do whatever she can for you, but you still out running around out here doing whatever you can for yourself, and you'll get into stuff. And sometimes you have to do work to get out of it when everything that you have possibly done and on the physical side did not yield results. Sometimes you have to do work to get out of it. So yeah, they may be loving on you, but that does not mean that life won't life the hell out of you sometimes. Eve said, "I never heard of bricking." You never heard of bricking? Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, just yeah. People try to jailbreak electronics. Sometimes they'll brick it, and it just doesn't work. John says, "Can using a black and mild be good for tobacco off?" Yeah, it's tobacco. Absolutely, absolutely. The upper room. Hey, Vanessa, how are you? Welcome. Latai, what's going on? Welcome. Want you? Listen, there are only okay. I have a TikTok. I don't really use it. Someone's telling me I need to use it more, so I probably will. Right, but I don't have Facebook. I don't have Instagram. I do not have Snapchat. I'm here on YouTube. I'm on Kick, guys. If you would like some of my uncensored and unfiltered live streams, then why don't y'all head over to Kick? HTTPS colon slash slash www dot kick dot com slash the broken prophet. Boom. Yeah, y'all head on over to Kick. I'm gonna pin that comment. All right, it's now pinned to the top of the chat. Make sure you follow me over there. Follow me over there. We have some uncensored and unfiltered conversations, and sometimes we have them about your favorite spiritualists as we watch their videos because we do live video watch alongs over there. So y'all might like it. And hey, feel free to sub over there. I think it's like $4.99. I don't think I'm going tonight, Eve. It's a little late. It's like 1 o'clock. I'm not going tonight. I will go tomorrow. All right. Letitia said you gave a work in one of your videos on how to get someone to stop drinking. Is there one for drugs? The same one. The same one. Oh, man, excuse me. That was so rude. I'm sorry, y'all. One just says, goodness, doing that tomorrow. Those texts. Those hey big head. What's up? Look, listen, this is the time of year you get hey big head, you get simply hey, and look, and they gotta be in all lowers, right? If they cuffing season texts are hey, and it's always all lowercase, or it's bet you don't even miss me, do you? I'm like, no, 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 ma'am, I do not. I absolutely do not. Like I absolutely do not. I ain't even thought about you. But no, I don't. I actually don't get those texts because people know how I am. I have never figured out a way to be um to be an adult when it comes to a relationship. Like never. Like once we break up, I hate you. Like go away. Kick rocks. like like go away. You still breathing? Okay, okay, and I'm not. I am not um overlooking anyone. Sonny say, "Me too." Same. I'm not overlooking anyone. I'm just trying to get the people who haven't asked questions yet. Okay, trying to get to them first. J&J Emperor said, "What made you get into hoodoo?" My grandma. Hoodoo is black Southern spirituality, and I am black and Southern. And it's one. Y'all know what's funny about hoodoo? Y'all know what's funny about hoodoo, right? Hoodoo is one of those things. See, people who just want to talk and talk and talk and talk and talk about it, I can tell you ain't from down here because down here, hoodoo's like that movie Fight Club. If you've seen the movie Fight Club, y'all, what is the first rule of Fight Club? What's the first rule of Fight Club? Don't talk about Fight Club, right? Everybody knew about Fight Club, but the rules don't talk about Fight Club. Hoodoo down here is the same way. Everybody know about it. Everybody know about it. But guess what? Nobody talk about it. This is y'all want to hear a southern story about how a conversation will go. You may be sitting around with your boys or and it's like "Hey, or I don't know what it is. I can't stand this girl. But I mean, I'm just stuck. Every time I try to leave, something bring me back. And I promise you, I don't even like her like that. I don't even want her no more. But every time I try to leave, something bad happens to her. Somebody go, mm, mm. Sound like somebody might have put something on you. What you mean? Somebody, hey man, yeah, she done put a root on you. A root. Listen, I know somebody might can help you with that. That's how it goes. It's not like people think like, hey, well, happy winter solstice. If y'all don't shut up, golly, don't nobody do that. That is also interesting because that is true. Down here, nobody calls it hoodoo. The only time you will actually hear the word hoodoo is if someone is talking about the negative side, which that is it's weird. The word hoodoo was popularized with the movie The Skeleton Key. Don't nobody ever call it hoodoo. Nobody ever. When you like to know, John? When you like to know? Right, or don't pick that up. You don't know what's on it. Especially, we do so many, and this is what confuses a lot of people. A lot of people will swear that they may find a bottle of oil. So let's say their grandmama passed away. They find a bottle of oil, then all of a sudden, oh my god, my grandma was a root worker. No, there was a time when everybody knew a little something, right? There was a time when everybody knew a little something. That doesn't make them a worker. They just knew a little something. But people will hear stuff like this and think they come from a family of workers. No, you came from a family who, you know, came from a time when everybody knew a little something. Everybody knew to burn a little incense. Everybody knew how to dress a little something with some oil when they was going gambling. Everybody knew work to get by. But people didn't understand that. So, oh, Lord have mercy. I got sidetracked. I got sidetracked, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I lost it. I lost it. Oh yeah. So you may be People will look at Southern culture and Southern tradition and not realize a lot of it has a hoodoo basis. Like if you down here, if you're driving over a railroad track, right? A lot of times people say, "Hold your feet, pick your feet up," and people pick their feet up going over the train track. And you may think it's like a roller coaster, yay, because a lot of train tracks, have an up and over kind of slope. But the actual hoodoo basis behind that is a lot of people will leave their cleansings at a railroad. A lot of people think it's everything's left at a crossroad, and I told y'all another video, y'all don't get enough leaving all y'all's junk at that man's house. But a lot of people will leave like a lot of their cleansing remains at a railroad track because the force of the train gets it, cleansed away. And so you don't want to just be going over something because what they cleansed off of them, you don't want to pick up. That's like me coughing up some phlegm, and then you go and step in it. Like, ugh, you know, that's something I was getting rid of. You don't want to go step in it, you know. So to keep from stepping in it, you pick your feet up going over the train track. See, hoodoo basis kind of behind the stuff we do. I got sidetracked, but I came back around. But that's what made me think about it. That comment right there. You don't know what's on it. Don't pick it up. Exactly. And you know what's funny? See, we know this. We know this, but have y'all went to Reddit? Have y'all went to Reddit? You will always see somebody say, "Oh, I was walking through the woods and I saw this." And then here's everybody else like, "Put it back, you dumb." And I wish you could say I could say it was always the palm colors. It ain't. Nope. Some of us done picked up them habits. You know, I was gonna tell y'all a story. I think I'm gonna save it for tomorrow, but tomorrow ain't promised. So I may want to tell it now. Hmm. Well, I just say when I reached it to my mom in New York, bonding, mom from East Georgia, she told me a story about rabbit weed. Don't smoke it. You can. Don't smoke it. I just said that's true. I taught my brothers and ex how to protect themselves or what not to do, but they know, but they don't want to talk about it. They just know who to ask. Okay. Okay. All right. John said, I drove through a crossroad, saw a black bag. I was hoping it was money, parked my car, walked close, but I smelled death, so I left quick. John, that sound made up. Swear to God. 'Cause John, that sound made up. That sound like you just wanted a story for the conversation. That sounds made up. That sounds so made up, John. John, that sounds so made up. Like, why? Okay, you just had I drove through a crossroad. Don't nobody say that. Like, I was driving through the intersection. John, you were driving through a crossroads, saw a black bag, stopped, got out. And John, you ain't never met Martin Luther King. John, you ain't never met Martin Luther King. You need John, stop. Right, Eve? Yeah, we would definitely do that as kids on the school bus. Yep. John, you ain't never met Martin Luther King. You need to stop. I think the coffee wearing off, y'all. I think the coffee is wearing off. Oh, Lord. Listen, I regularly on Kick go over to Reddit and look at stuff, and I think some of the Redditors are are following us over here. I'm just messing with you, John. John gonna go over there and grab a black cat. Imma show him. Imma show him. Promise you. I'm just messing around, John. You know, anybody who knows me knows that that is my sense of humor, y'all. I don't pick fun, but I do joke around. Like me and my friends, that's just how we do, you know. But one thing I found, people are so sensitive now, boy. Well, you kind of you kind of Joan a little bit, you know. That was Jones, you know, Joning. You do that a little bit, man. Folks, what folks get mad. People get mad. And I'm like, calm down. It ain't that serious. I remember, I was talking to somebody, and I was like, "Man, if you don't shut up," I think I said, "Shut the hell up, man. If you don't shut the hell up," and they're like, "You know, one thing you're not gonna do is talk to me any kind of way." I'm like, "Clearly, I was playing. Clearly, I was playing." I don't know, man. People are so sensitive. I don't know. Jadon says, "What are the spiritual uses of wonder of the world?" I've never heard of that one. Honestly, never heard of it. Does it have another name? Never heard of it. What a god. Right. I am not a bully. I promise I'm not. I s you know, I don't know, man. I I'm very straightforward when it comes to hoodoo. All right. Um, what are you up there? You know, I wish we had gate kept better. I have no problem saying that. And to be honest, I'm at the point with the spiritual community now that I wish we had gate kept better, not just from other races, but from the dumbasses in our inside our own ranks. Because not everything is for everybody. There are some people who just don't have what it takes to achieve proficiency and to also be what's the word? You know, to be ethical, I guess. So, you know, when it comes to this, you know, I will be straightforward and be like, "Man, come on, John, that sound like you lying." Because John, I'll be honest, and John, I like you. I like you. You know, like your energy. You roll with the punches. I like that about you already. Don't even know you, but I like that about you. This is what happens, right? People will be in the midst of a group, and the group may be telling stories about, like, you know how dudes do. John, you know how dudes do growing up. You know, dudes will tell stories about, "Oh yeah, well I kissed. Oh yeah, well I squeezed a booby." I remember one time I told a story. No lie, I was like, I was about 12, telling stories about me and this girl doing the do on the school bus. You know that ain't happened. But people telling stories. I want to tell a story too. I didn't want to feel left out. And John, that sounded like I didn't want to feel left out story. You speeding through an intersection. I've never seen anybody under the age of 70 that lollygags through an intersection slow enough to not only notice a bag, but stop and pick it up. Notice it smells like death, then go on. John, you must not live anywhere near. And that's why I was like, John, come on now. You ain't never met Martin Luther King. John slowly drives through the intersection, notices the bag, says, "Hark, there appears to be a black bag. I should investigate further." Stops his vehicle. Meanwhile, I'm man, what the heck? John said, "Hold a moment. There may be coinage in this bag." Gives the bag, says, "Oh, it emits an effluvia, the likes of which reminds me of The aroma of the tomb. I must leave the bag from whence it came. Then John went on back, went on back, went on back along his way. Like, come on, John. You ain't never met. Hey, listen. Somebody tell me where I got that from. You ain't never met Martin Luther King. You know. And see, listen, I've told stories about crossroads, and here comes someone. Yeah, so true. All right, y'all. Listen, y'all know if I'm lying, I'm dying. I tell y'all true stories. So I was giving a talk, musical mood ring. You got it. Coming to America. Absolutely. 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 You never met Martin Luther King. So and in my family, if we think you lying, that's one thing we'll say. You ain't never met Martin Luther King. So I was giving a brief talk to an Elay in Atlanta about hoodoo, right? All these rich folks. And so of course, we talked about the crossroads and then the spirit of the crossroads. Then we started talking about how the spirit of the crossroads in hoodoo is not Elegua. It's not an Esh, none of that. Not Papa Legba voodoo, not Lucero or no, nope. He is his own entity, right? Just a bunch of folks live in the same house, I guess. And so I'm talking about Robert Johnson, how, he went and performed the Crossroads ritual, learned how to play the guitar. It is all documented. He said it himself. I went to the Crossroads. We have historical documents how Robert Johnson went to a school talent show and got booed off stage. And then a couple of months, he's getting signed to a record deal. Ain't nobody learn a guitar like that. But he, all right. So anyway, listen. So I'm telling them this, and then here comes someone. Well, I would just like to share, and I'm like, I didn't know we was giving testimonials. But hey, go ahead. And he's like, well, I did. It's so funny. Here's the thing, y'all always stumbling up on some magic to make it seem like you the chosen one of whatever spirituality you in. Y'all always stumbling up on some stuff. So y'all hear that save? Thank you, YouTube. Do not demonetize me. I said stuff. So, you know what? It was funny because I had this route that I used to walk at night around midnight. And it just so happened it took me to a crossroads. And one day I was at the crossroads, and I just happened to just be walking to this girl house. And there was a guy there and gave me some dice. And man, I went to Vegas and shoot, I must have won about 40, 50,000 that weekend. I did the same thing, John. John, I did the same thing to him. I did to you. I said that doesn't sound true. It to me, they said, well, I'm not gonna call you a liar. I'm not gonna call you a liar. I'm just saying that sounds a little truth challenged. Okay, sounds a little truth challenged. Okay. Um, yeah, I do that a lot. I do. I it's like, well, I said, ma'am, I'm doing a reading. I'm like, the cards are not saying, like, "Please don't tell me he's cheating. Please don't tell me he's cheating." I said, "Well, the cards are just saying, your husband's a little monogamously challenged, okay? Is that better for you? Is that better for you? He's a little monogamously challenged." So, yeah, the story was truth challenged. I'm like, "You just happen to just walk by," and I'm like, "Okay, maybe." But you just happen to be in the same spot at 12 okay, maybe. But somebody's just gonna say, "Oh, here you go." That is not, and here's the part where we knew it was truth challenge because apparently this situation happened a mere 6 days before the talk that I was giving. 6 days, he won 40 or 50,000. I'm like, bro, but you ain't spending on shoes though. You ain't spending on shoes, deodorant, toothpaste, um, um, transportation, because you got off the MARTA. You ain't spending on you 40, 50,000. Right now, you look like you're struggling for 40, 50 cents, respectfully. But that's the thing, folks just want people want to add a story. They want to add a story. They want to add to it. Anyway. But you all right with me, John. You all right with me. John, you all right with me. All right. Honeybee, Wagwan. Thank you for being a channel member. Listen, y'all, let me start some coffee on the Keurig, and I'm gonna tell y'all a story. Y'all want to hear a hoodoo story? It's not my story, but it's a real story, depending on who you ask. Y'all, I'm gonna be right back. All right, what up, y'all? Empress Queen of Wands Tarot said, "Let me know so I can get my cartoons ready." Y'all don't be scared. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. This is a good one. Now, but if you from the New Orleans area, then you've already heard this story about the old root lady named Julia. If you've ever gone through a swamp tour, you might have heard this story. But it's one of my favorites because it's got a point to it. I promise you, it's got a point to it. I'm gonna tell this story again on the live stream tomorrow, but if I can do one, then I'll record a video. But anyway, around the turn of the 20th century, there was a town in the swamp just north of of New Orleans. It was one of the little logging towns that were very rampant around Lake Pontchartrain. Very rare. They were around the turn of the 20th century. There are a lot of small swamp logging towns because if you guys don't know, swamp logging is big business because swamp water will help to cure the wood a little bit, and you will find like a lot of big trees and like big old cypress trees, which are very, very good, and cypress wood is expensive. So there were a lot of these little logging towns around there. And one of them was called Frenier. And inside of Frenier was a lady by the name of Julia. Now, some people say Julia Brown. You may get different last names, but they all agree her name is Julia. And Julia was the local root lady, you know. Now, people will like to say that she was a voodoo priestess. From looking at the documents and listening to the accounts, right? I think she was more of a root worker. Now, a lot of people try to say that, oh, root working is different from conjuring, which is different from hoodoo. No, it's all the same. It's all the same. And but one thing that is fairly certain is that she was like the town midwife. Because see, we're talking about the turn of the century. There's not a whole lot of modern medicine. And with this being one of those rural logging towns, because when I tell y'all Frenier was rural, I mean, even right now, the place where it was is only accessible by boat. Back then, it was only accessible by boat, and there was one train line that would get in and get out, taking supplies or whatever into the town of Frenier. Julia Brown was there; she was their local healer. Okay, so no one thought, oh, she's a root work. She's this. She was, the old Meemaw that knew a little something. If you were sick, you could go to her. Having a trouble birth, you could go to her. If you just needed some advice, well, she could pull some cards and tell you a thing or two. Okay. Now, as was wont to happen in situations like this, because see, the town of Frenier was a German logging town. These white folks. Julia was not. She's one of us. So, as often happens, people will see a person of color with a little bit of with a little pull in the community. And some people don't like that. And people knew better, or maybe they had some common sense not to go after Julia publicly, but what they did do was start a smear campaign, backbiting, those types of folks. And slowly, Julia's not standard, but status in the community started to lower. Okay. So before it got to rock bottom, well, Julia, she saw the writing on the wall. Some of the babies that she had helped to deliver and had delivered because she was the healer. The doctor rarely made it out to those parts. But now they kind of giving her the side eye. So Julia just retreated back to her land. She had some land right there just outside of town. And, she still had her friends and people would go out there, but they noticed she wasn't the happy, bubbly Julia that they had grown accustomed to. No, she was withdrawn and people would come to town and say, well, I went to go see old Julia and something was off. And they say, yeah. They said, yeah. I noticed every time I went out there, She was sitting on her front porch singing a little song. Now the tune and the melody, depending on who's telling the story, will change, but the words always stayed the same. The words were, "When I die, Imma take this whole town with me. When I die, Imma take this whole town with me." And she would just sing that haunting melody. Whenever somebody would walk up, she'd be in her rocking chair singing, "When I die, Imma take this whole town with me." Well, sure enough, Julia did pass away. We all will eventually shake this mortal coil. And her friends showed up. It was a packed house. Now, some say it was a packed house because, people did care about Julia. They just didn't want, status can be everything. We know that even now. Clout is a hell of a drug for a lot of folks. So they didn't want to, admit how much they cared about old Julia. There were some folks who heard that song and remembered some of the things that Julia had done for and on occasionally to people around town. So they were scared not to go and pay their respects. Either way, it was a packed house. Now, remember what I told you about the town of Frenier, that it was, very rural, very isolated. Only way in was by boat or by train. Well, if nobody can get in, well, surely news can't get in either. Newspapers don't make it out there. There's no telegraph service. No telegrams were coming out there. As the people were gathered in Julia's home paying their respects, no one knew that there was one big mother of a hurricane brewing. And as they were leaving the funeral, that hurricane slammed into the town of Frenier. A lot of people tried to run to the railroad, and they did. The conductor made it about a mile down the track before it was swept off. People climbed trees, listening to the sound of their loved ones drowning beneath them. When she died, she took the whole town with them. The town of Frenier was leveled, never to be rebuilt. Never to be rebuilt. Now, some people always want to say some things like, well, you know, there's always some naysayers. But see, the reason I'm so hard on folks when it comes to hoodoo is stories like this. There were times when workers got there. I remember going to a worker's funeral just up here in Atlanta. People would go and pin money on them, like I owed this man this $20. He ain't getting in this ground without me having paid this $20. But now people want to sell bitch be gone spray and shake, grow booty oil. That's why people ain't taking towns with them no more. They perverted the craft. Y'all know I don't even like the word craft. I'm trying to get us back down to the status of Aunt Julia Brown. Hey man, y'all like that story? So what I'm gonna do, guys, I'm gonna go on Kick, not tonight, but I'm gonna show the actual historical documents because Julia Brown was a real person. Julia Brown was a real person. And the funny thing is, people always now the part about her being a voodoo priestess never been proven. Okay, never been proven. And from what it appears that what she did was hoodoo, not voodoo. the difference, is stark. Is a stark difference because um voodoo is more Catholic. Voodoo is more Catholic. There's a lot of saints. Hoodoo not hoodoo not so much. All right, y'all. What time? Listen, I've been on here an hour and a half. An hour and a half. I'm about to get up out of here. Y'all don't forget, I still have some mistletoe. I don't have any kissing mistletoe. I have some working mistletoe. All right, some working mistletoe. And to the channel members, what I'm gonna do is yeah, channel members, this is what I'm gonna do because I totally forgot. You know how, whenever you always forget something. You never can, like when you're in a conversation or in a party, or whatever, like, dang, I should have said this. Because I gave y'all a working with mistletoe. I forgot one that I wanted to give, so I'm gonna record it for the channel members and people over on Patreon because mistletoe is a parasite. So you can use it to do some parasitic things love wise. Like, you know what? I know he ain't treating her right. I could love her better. Yeah. And mistletoe can help you to do that. Tania, Tania, are you hold on. Tania? No, I will not, because y'all won't do right with Goofer Dust. And two, aren't you the same Tania that was asking about a coupon code? Is that you? Is that you? Is it Tania or is it Tanya? I'm trying to pop my arm if y'all wonder what I'm doing. It will not pop. Don't y'all hate it when you get like a little crunching thing, but it won't pop? All right, y'all. Let me get up out of here. Let me get up out of here. But you guys have been great. I have appreciated this stream. Guys, do me a favor. Follow me on Kick. It is right there in the chat, pinned to the top. Follow me on Kick. We we are we are going to have, you know what? Yeah, tomorrow gonna be more ghost stories. We are gonna talk about Madame Lalaurie. Madame Lalaurie is what we're gonna talk about tomorrow in the French Quarter. And a few southern ghost stories from down here in Georgia. And one not too far from Hoodoo Central. So y'all gonna love it. Anyways, let me get up out of here, y'all. Y'all do me a favor. I want to see. I want to see those what you calls going up. And somebody did this. Somebody did sub to my channel over on Kick, but y'all did not. Y'all gifted a sub, which is great. I appreciate that. But I need you personally to sub. So don't gift it to somebody else. Subscribe yourself. That's great. So yeah, tomorrow night, guys. Tomorrow night we will have the regular YouTube stream, talk about some hoodoo, and then we're gonna go over the Kick and tell some ghost stories. All right. Maybe I'll drink a lot of caffeine, get hyped up, tell a few lies, make some promises I can't keep. I'm just kidding. That's look, that's something me me and a buddy of mine used to say something like that when we were like younger. And like, man, what you doing? And going out on Friday nights. You're like, look what you better do. What you about to do? Like, man, I'm about to go down to the club. Oh yeah. Like, yeah, man, it's a teachers convention down there. I'm about to go down there and tell a few lies and make some promises I don't plan on keeping. That's how I knew I was up to no good. Anyway, y'all have been amazing. I do appreciate y'all. That is the plan for tomorrow. We're going over, we're gonna have some nice hoodoo chat over here. And then we're going over to kick.com for some story time. But until then, you guys have been amazing. I do appreciate you. Y'all were awesome tonight. Thank y'all so much. Profit out.